There we go. There we go, guys. Good morning. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm too loud. I've been again playing about. I don't like that. I don't know if it's because I don't like the sound of my own voice or what, but it puts me off. How's that? That too loud? Let me know if that music's too loud, if my voice is too loud, or whatever. We want to make it nice and comfortable for everyone. Good morning, Drift Lounge. Good to see you again. You've been on the stream before, haven't you, I think? Good morning. Okay, guys, I'm just setting up the chat and that, then we'll get into a top-down. Or is Drift Lounge a member? And I just haven't recognised with your name. Morning, John. How the devil? We're gonna go over yesterday's trade quickly, guys, just so we keep all transparency correct. Good morning, Jack. Sounds like a block drain trying to unblock itself. I'm back, Drift Lounge. Who is it though? I can see a little picture, but it won't let me zoom in. But yeah, I have seen you on the streams before. Are you a member by any chance, or have you just jumped on the streams before? Because when members jump on, I don't know the members because the names are different on YouTube. So, like Crazy Beast, for example. I know it's John, obviously now, but yeah. Okay, guys, good to see you again. Right, I want to quickly go over this trade from yesterday, and then we're going to do a top down. There's now going on at the minute because, well, I say that because the hour has just broke out. However, I wouldn't be able to take that. Okay, let's quickly do this, and then we'll have a look. I'd need a top wick, a bottom wick anyway. Okay, so this is what we seen yesterday when we got on the charts. This is what we seen yesterday. Yeah, we had a potential wing back buy here, which we missed. Actually pulled back up lovely. We didn't take. We watched price push up as we do. That's what we do, isn't it? We're good at that. Then what happened is we had a night. I said to you, be careful taking buys here, because this is a trap. The 1 hour drops through the floor, which is nice. And we had a, what did we have? So what we done is we had a sell stop underneath the 4 hour because the 4 hour looked lovely at this point. Whereas if the 4 hour pushed past there, I said there's only one place for it to go, and that's coming to tap this. Every time you push past here, you come and tap, take partial move to break even 2319. Look what happened, guys. Like, you couldn't make this up. Look at that tap. We knew it was going to tap here, tap, but I also said it can reject from here. That's why my take partial move to break even was there. So we pushed down, and then we didn't actually get activated until I was about to leave. We got activated, and I said it could take a while to play out, and I don't think it took too long, to be fair. It was within the next hour. So now, because I was out and about, I actually closed out around here on this hour close. Okay, but I was a bit busy at the time, so I just wanted to get out of the trade because I couldn't be asked moving me stop loss to break even, all that. I was just busy at the time. Okay, I was driving. I shouldn't have been on my phone. I was driving, and I had to just quickly get out. I didn't want to start putting digits in to move stop loss to break even. So anyway, I closed out for 20 pips, which I actually need to update this before I forget. So 171 wins. However, I could have held out, as price did. Next candle came down, tapped it lovely, and then rejected. Look at that tap, rejection, straight back up. Okay. At this point, once we were in this trade, I deleted these wingback sells from the trade ideas. Now, I deleted them. The only one that was still valid was this one. However, I still deleted them all because I've got my trade at that point. This one was definitely deleted, so you wouldn't have been in on this, as price at this point now can shoot through. We also identified from previous data that what price tends to do, it tends to tap this area but also tap this area, and that's what price has done. But opposite, tap this area, now it's tap this area. Now if you did take this wing back sell, this one, would have been fantastic. I literally tapped. I mean, if you look on the 15, even in the 5, I believe, taps, bearish 5 close, and then look what happens with price. Look at that, 1 5-minute candle gone. 2. However, I'm not sure you would have caught this anyway because there was news. There was news at 1:30, was it? So news pushed it up. So I'm not sure you would have took this at that point. Okay. So in the world of transparency, what I'll do. This is the trade from yesterday. 449 I took from that. Was it 449? Yeah. 449. There's yesterday's trade. You can see the date and the time from yesterday, the 2nd, and the time we took the trade. So I need to update the logbook. July, first trade of the month, which was the 2nd. Because I've not been back in yet, guys. So 6, 7. 4. Time was. I'll just quickly fly through this, guys, and we'll get amongst it. What time is it? Time was 12, 11, 10. This was a gold. What was this? This was a breakout sell off a buy. Off a 4 hour, sorry. 4 hour. Profit 449. Stop loss, I believe. Stop loss 100. 20 pips. Price did push further. The weekly and daily were a bit off. We didn't actually break out on the 4. This was a bit of a weird setup. Different setup. Break of 4 hour wick. I think we went in a drawdown by about 32 pips. 32. And I'll get the YouTube link from yesterday and I'll get that added on there. Okay, lovely jubbly, right guys, fantastic. Happy with that trade. He's all should have grabbed some profit. Did he's all hold out to the take partial? Let's get amongst the top down analysis because I know we've just had an hour break. Okay guys, are we ready? Are we ready? He's the Drift Lounge. How do you know? Well, that's it. He's been on the streams before, so I don't. At the minute. Okay, so monthlies, very very bullish. However, we have finally had a bearish doji candle, so we have created structure. Now it's just a case of how steep is this monthly going to be before flipping to the downside. I would imagine a flip to the downside. Or I would imagine it coming down before coming up. I'm not sure you can break this high without coming to create a bottom wick. Okay, so I would think at some point this monthly is going to flip to the downside, and the target for the monthly is down here. You've got no top wick and no bottom wick, so I would think price can actually close above these levels without coming down to tap these first. Okay, so that's what I've got for the monthly. But at the minute, the monthly's not giving us any direction. It's been a bit of a pain in the ass. We need this monthly to reject and flip. Now, the weekly, again, is a bit of a tricky one because the range for the weekly now, if we keep it simple, is this. That's the range of the weekly. Okay. Now, you rejected here, you close bullish, and then you close bearish, and then you tapped again and rejected. However, this candle didn't close above here, so you've now got a minor support here, and it is minor until this candle rejects. If this candle rejects, then it'll become a prominent support, but at the minute it's just a minor. So what does that mean then? Well, a minor support means that there's nothing really stopping this weekly from closing above. And if the weekly closes above, it should be fairly straightforward, and then come and fill the rest of the range, because technically the range we're in at the moment is this. This is the range we're in. Remember, it's like a bouncing ball. Hit the ceiling, hit the floor, hit the ceiling, hit the floor, hit the ceiling, hit the floor, until it breaks out either way. Okay? So currently, yes, this weekly can push up. How far can it push up? It can push up pretty far for once. It could push past the previous wick. It's got enough liquidity because excuse me, you had this fake out. This was a fake out, believe it or not. You had a fake out below there. So a lot of people would have had sells on here. Okay? And the stops would be just above, maybe this high. So a lot of people be selling. You had a fake out, and then you come back down for another retest. So you've grabbed more liquidity here. Now he didn't break a low here, okay? But I would think with this fake out alone, it can be enough to push through, right? And the reason why it can be enough, because look at this one weekly candle. Might not happen today, but this weekly candle could come all the way up to tap these levels. That means, are we going to be bullish this week alone? Well, the daily time frames are going to tell us, aren't they? The daily time frames are. Good morning, Jordan. Yeah, we've covered yesterday's trade, mate. If you watch the stream back from the start, you'll see what we covered on that. So yes, the weekly can push bullish, but it can also flip bearish if we say this is the minor support. This could flip bearish and still push back down. Whether it's going to do that, I don't know. We'd have to wait. Really, next week should be a lot easier in regards to that. So the daily then. Now the daily closed bearish again, right? And remember what I said about gold? What I find is when gold's like in a big consolidation area, or even if it's moving from range to range on a higher time frame, it doesn't tend to just fly up with bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle. What it does, it goes bullish, bearish candle, bullish, bearish, even though it's still pushing up. That's what gold tends to do on the dailies. So if you look at these dailies, I mean, we had two bearish candles there. But if you look at the others, it's quite rare. You always get like a Newcastle shade. Yeah, black and white, black and white, black and white. Two bullish, two bearish. It's quite rare. You get like, it's rare you get three in a row like that. Okay, especially when you're consolidating. So now that we've had a bearish close, does that mean now we're going to get a bullish close? Because we've had bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Is this going to be bullish? Because currently on the daily, the ranges on the daily are just awful. Because you could argue and say, okay, there's a range, there is a range, but then you've also got another range here where prices came up, tapped, you rejected from here, but it's not the best of fit over this side. So the ranges are just not nice on the daily. So how far can this daily come then? Well, we could argue and say, if it is like this, then you're going to come and tap this level today at 2352. So if we say that, then I'd just be cautious on taking buys above there. We can potentially buy up. We could potentially take a wing back sell from there as well, because we are bearish on this previous daily. So could this daily flip to the downside? I'm not sure. We'd have to look over it on a smaller time frame. Okay, but the dailies are just not the best at the minute. It's in an area where, if you look at this area, if I highlight this area, look at them areas. You've got areas of either rejection or fly through. Rejection, fly through. So there's anything can happen in here. You can reject, you can fly through. There's just too much going on in this area. So we need to get out of this area from the dailies. Okay, we need to either break to the upside or break to the downside. Something just to get away from that area. And this is why it's hard to catch trades when it's like this, guys. That's why you've got to be disciplined and just wait. So if we get rid of these, can the daily flip to the downside? Yes, it can, because technically we're still respecting this area. And if we say, okay, well, this is now a prominent support. You've got areas here, and you've got quite a lot of rejection here. Another rejection there, and then you've got 3 candles rejecting there. So if this daily does flip, why do you think it's going to? Think about it logically. If this daily does flip to the downside, why is it flipping? That's what you've got to say. Why? Well, it's flipping because this wasn't enough liquidity to close above there. Okay? Because if price wanted to push up, it would close up there. Now, if it does flip, that means this wasn't enough liquidity to close above there. So what does that mean then? Where's the liquidity to the downside? We need to get more liquidity. It's below here. So we could probably bet that if the daily does flip, it's gonna flip to break these lows at least break these lows. Okay, so if we do flip, then yes, we could take sells past that. So what we could do, this would be our target to the downside. You're going to come to push past that at least. You could push further, but I would say at least if we do flip. But we can't take sells unless it starts flipping, so we'd be looking for sells in around this area, and then we would grab something like that to that for me for sells. However, we're like going through the roof at the minute, so we really need to look at buys at the moment. Okay, so you've got to remember that yes, we're looking at buys because price is really pushing up, but the daily time frame is technically closed respecting and it's bearish. So could you flip to the downside? So you've got to understand that. 4 hour, what did the 4 hour do? Let's find the 4 hour range. So I believe the 4 hour range for me, again the 4 hours are not the best line. Yeah, I would say that's about right for the 4. So we did actually have a nice breakout on the 4, and we've had a bottom wick, but this is exactly the same as yesterday. I think yesterday we had a lovely forward close at 2 o'clock. Good morning, Nella. And then pull back, and it just went on the 4. So it's the same as yesterday. We sort of missed the 4 hour move. So there's nothing we can do with that. However, where's the next 4 hour range? So the next 4 hour range is you've got rejection here. When you break above there, where do you go? Where do you go? Yeah, I would probably say this is your range, 2352. So when you first come back into this range, you push through, back in. Don't quite make it there. What are these? This one you didn't. You had a fake out, back into the range, and up. Could we get a pullback? So if we look at this hour closed. We had a pullback. Could we take a wing back buy from 2333 if we don't come and tap 252? The only issue with that is, look at this. Where I need to see where these 4. So it's tap up on that one already. So what is this? We haven't tapped there yet. Do they all come up to tap that? This one doesn't. This one's thrown us off a bit, this one. Up. Up, tap, up, tap. The big aggressive push. Have we tapped that? Okay. So we're close to tapping it. Let's have a look on the lower time frames. So basically all the 4s come and tap the 2, 3, 4, 4. The 3 broke out. The 2. See, I need top wicks, me. This is the thing with me. We've got 40 minutes left of the 2. Might be one of them days, you know. Could we get... What is this? Tap back down, tap back down, tap back down. Tap back down. This one didn't do it. So, I want to buy up, but I can't buy up without a bottom wick. I need some pullbacks in order to get in. I can't do that yet. So I'm looking, if we keep pushing like this, I don't know where I'd take that. Only because the daily is bearish, the previous day is bearish. I would be interested to win back sell, but we have such nice momentum up. I mean, it's covering. This range is big range. Literally covering 200 pips. So if we do get up to 2, 3, 5, 4, I would imagine we're going to reject. Or we can reject from here, come back down. But if we do that, we could potentially take wing back buys, which I would prefer. It's what it is. It's in a clean traffic area, but we've missed the bus. That's the issue we've got. So we've tapped this. Could we pull back to what's this here? Could we pull back and then carry on? Yeah. Got no bottom wick on this hour. Is this hour going to reject from here? Got no top wick on the 15. You are teasing me. We could take an aggressive entry. We might reject from 2, 3, 4, 4, right? So I'm looking at this. Could we do this? Basically. So if we can see something like this on a 15 where we're struggling, then we could potentially sell back down. But also we can look at a wing back buy from down here. That's something we could look at. It does. I can't really do it yet because we haven't even tapped it yet, and there's not enough space. There's 12 pips, I suppose. So all the 5s tap it. That's the question. Tap reject. Tap reject. No top wick. And I'm trying to work out if we're going to reject from this. Because the 4, technically, the 4 range, right? We have got a range here, but you've got rejections here, here. But you then don't pop out like that, from what I see. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think if anything, I would take a wing back sell from 2352. But that might not play out for another 8 hours. What do I want to see? What do I want to see? Got no bottom wick here. Is this enough liquidity? I mean, he didn't break any laws, I suppose. On the bottom, in. Gone. It is an area to reject from on the 1, but the 1's broke out, so it means we're probably going to come and fill the range at 2352, but I can't see us pushing past there without rejecting to come back down. I might be wrong. So basically what I'm saying is I don't know whether we can push past these levels. If we tap, we're probably going to have to do that. If that's the case, could we sell from 2352? I think we're going to have to wait for this hour to see what this hour is going to do, or I mean, we'd be in buys now, guys. If this hour closed like this and we had a bottom wick, I'd be in buys now. I'd have a buy stop on to come up to this. Would be the advantage point. But obviously it's pushed up first. So I think we're going to have to wait. The 15's got no... If we can see price struggling here on the 5s, right? We can potentially sell down, back down to this. Or win back sell from here. Or... if we come down, we could potentially take wing back buys. There's quite a few options really, but I think we're just going to have to wait for a few more candles to print. Okay. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. My dogs are going crazy. I don't know if you can hear them, but there'll be someone at the door. I'll be back in a second. We're just waiting. There's nothing there anyway. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Parcel. The dogs are like my doorbell. Okay, what are we doing? Okay. So, are we going to reject and pull back? No top wing on the 5. So this doesn't mean this is going to initiate the push down. It could do. But if we look left, this might be this bit. I know we didn't tap, but you could be pulling back, everyone's selling, yeah, and then we come back up, we break the highs. So we'd need to see a couple of rejections here in order to sell at the moment, or we caught the first one, but it hasn't tapped that area, hasn't tapped it, so nothing I can really do at the minute. So the 30's closed bullish. Where's the 30 closed? He actually closed bearish. Is this just a little pull back to here? Let's see what this is. You might just pull back to that, guys, and then flip back to the upside. 15, 5. Oh, look at that. Is that 30 gonna flip? Gold is coming down, USD is coming down. If this 5 can get down here, we might take an aggressive entry on the 5. Might. Strength's still nice. It'd be a case of if the 5 closes below, we'd be out. Basically, if the 30 is going to flip back to the upside, how far is this 30 going to pull back? Because the 30 hasn't filled the range. So we haven't tapped this area. So every time you come up, you tap this area, 2, 3, 4, 4. We haven't done it yet. You had a 30 close like that, and then the new 30 is pulling back. So could we tap 2, 3, 4, 0, and then come back up for a steeper top wick? I would think you're going to have to break the highs again if you want to come down. So what we could do is potentially take a wing back buy from here, but it'd be a case of a 5. So if the 5 closes below, I'd just get out. It is a riskier trade. But what I'd be expecting is tapping this area and then coming back up to break the highs, and then you can decide if you're coming down from there. So we could buy up. The only thing I don't like is the one's got no bottom wick. So if this one does flip, does that mean it's going to flip and drive back down? But this is where you'd have to get out on the 5. So you might take a small loss. Okay. Would it not be better to wait for the hour to rule out a fake out? Yeah, I mean we could do that, but at the minute you're hovering in a range. So what I mean by hovering is 100% of the time. Let's say this is the range you're in. 100% of the time you break above here, you push to here. We've nearly hit it. We haven't tapped it though. We haven't tapped it. Okay, so we are here. So we're heading up and we're hovering here. There's nowhere else to go. There's no range here to reject from, unless it creates a new range, which it can do. But probabilities, it bounces off ranges, so it needs to bounce off here, and we haven't tapped it, and we're hovering in the middle of the range. So I'm not sure we're going to get a fake out. We might do. Like I said, Forex, like what I say, guys, is not gospel. I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. Anything can happen, right? So I might say I'm expecting this to happen or this could happen, but it could do something completely different. It doesn't mean I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. It means it's fucking Forex. Forex is hard. Yeah, we're just going off probabilities. We're not going off any insight information, anything like that. I just don't know whether this is going to do this without the 30. I think we could potentially wait for the 30, because on this one the 30 actually closes bearish and then it shoots off. This would have been a lovely move this morning, guys, off the 4 hour, but we just obviously, I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I would think you're going to have to break the highs again if you want to come down. So price just doesn't drop through the floor. So you came up, rejected, and you came up, broke the highs, and then you came down. Or we could just wait. You've got another rejection here. You've got a rejection here. Back up, broke the highs. Still got 8 minutes left of the 23 minutes left of the 30. I don't know whether the 30, all the 30s tend to, is it the 30 or the 15s? What does the 15 look like? Yeah. Got 8 minutes for a 15, so you might as well wait for that 15 close. We'll see where this 15 closes. Right, we'll see where this 15 closes. Yeah, we'll see what this 15 does. Because there's no way entering now when the 15 closes there anyway. You might as well wait for 15 close. I don't know, because look at this one here. You actually pull back to 2, 3. Now if we come straight down on this 15, I'll potentially look at 2, 3, 3, 5. Right? 2, 3, 3, 5. And if the 15 closes below there, we'll look to get out. Again, aggressive entry. These have to be aggressive entries. What I mean by aggressive entries is in we move stops quickly, or we just close out and we're willing to risk 5, 10 pips. If the 15 closes below, it might close 5 pips below, and we just get out of it. Basically, that's your expenses for the business. But I think moving up, we could potentially pull back to here. So if this 15 can do it, then potentially yes. But yeah, if we do get a fake out, John, for example, if we do get something like closing back below like that, then we can look for sells, because that would probably confirm the daily coming back down, and that would be pretty nice, really. But I don't know whether we're going to get something like this, you know. So this 1 hour closed small bearish, and then the new hour pushes up. Maybe if we get a bullish close from here, so if we get a nice big engulfing like that, we could maybe look to enter that. There's You're probably looking to break the high at that point. That would be our advantage point. I mean, that's 30 pips. Stops would... See, stops are difficult because they've had such a big push. I would like this wing back buy though, 2335. If you can come back down to tap that, that would be nice. I mean, you tend to come through on the hours, but I think we need to close up there off the hour. Oh, I've just looked at the chat. All the Dean lot have got buys. They've been in buys in this. Nice. Nice. Yeah, which was, I believe, was out as a trade idea. So, if any of you took the trade IDs on gold, you would be in these buys now. Oh well. Would it not be better to wait for an hour? No, it is. Yeah, we could do. Get rid of this. I don't know. So if we gotta close you back above here, 2340. Yeah. Now let's pretend this 4 is gonna reject from here and flip bearish. Let's have a look at all the times where the 4's closed respecting here, and what has the next 4 done? Well, he actually pushed down to 2323. So could we take sells from here down to 2323? The only thing I don't like is the 4s have never pushed this high. So if you look at these where they've rejected, it's never pushed this high and then rejected. When you do push this high, you tend to carry on. I mean, you pushed here and rejected. But let's have a look at some more data. See, they all close up there. This is where we could push back up. There's 16 minutes left of this hour. So what's the 5 doing there? Oh, here we go. Here we go. So this would be a case, a strange one for me this, but this would be a case. You get a 5 bullish close like this, around this area which initiates the push back up to break the highs. So, for me, if I took a buy on this 5-minute bullish close, if price pushes past here, that means come to the next zone. I wouldn't be interested. So I probably could have stops below there and just be willing to risk 16 pips. I'd still be using the same lot size, but that's what I'd be doing, I think, guys. So it'd be very low risk for me. Is this the so this is the 15. Okay, so let's have a look at this 15. 15, no bottom wick, and then he just came. Are you going to reject and come back up here? Or do we wait? Do we wait? I mean, what would that be? Let me just have a look at this. Pips. Let's see if we can get a bottom wick. If we can get a bottom wick, guys, I'll get a buy stop on the other side of this 5. I've got to have a bottom wick. So this is a new 15 now, so I need a wick fill. I need a wick fill to here. Pull back needed, and then I'll get a buy stop on off the 15 coming back up. I think there was an area what I was looking at. Here, this was it here. We didn't get a bottom wick, we didn't get much of a bottom wick, and then a flip pushed up. We didn't actually come and tap 2, 3, 3, 5. Do we need to tap that? So this is the last 15 of the hour. So if this hour closes bullish, or even bearish, to be fair, it can close bearish. Like this hour closed bearish, and then he still came and pushed and broke the highs. Oh, this is tricky trading this morning, eh? It's only tricky because we missed the move. We're just trying to jump on. We need some sort of pullback. If this happened further down here, I'd just have a buy stop on the other side, knowing that price needs to tap 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, come on. There's the 5 gone. So we're likely going to come and break these highs now. Okay. But it doesn't mean we're going to carry on driving. Okay, because when we look left, what you do is you break the highs a few times. And then you come down. If this is where we're going to reject from. This might just be a pullback to carry on. I'm not sure we can carry on unless we come and tap this. So could we get this, tap this, and then we carry on? That's not going to work, that, guys. That's gone now. Let's look left. Can we carry on? So look, see what I mean? So you can come back to here, and then price comes back down, and then you get the big move. So could we take sells here? I think what I'd need to see is if I can get a rejection. So if we get a 15 close like this, tap in the area, and then we get a bearish 15 close. Right, what we could do is take a wing back sell from here as price pushes up. Take wing back sell, or we can get sell stops underneath to come down. and then we'll look to grab this to this, okay, which is a nice range. But I don't know whether it's going to happen until the next hour, because if we, where are we at? So if you look at this hour closes up here, and then the new hour comes down. So I'm not sure whether we're going to get this rejection or whether we're just going to close bullish. It's like, can we carry straight on up on the hours? So can we do this all the way up? All the way through without much pullbacks? And if the answer is yes, then we've got to be careful looking at sells here, because we might come straight through. But if the answer is no, we need to pull back, then we can either capitalise and exploit the pullback, or the wing back buy back up. So that's what we need to work out. So let's look left. I mean, look at these hours here. So for example, bullish, 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 up, bullish, but look what this hour done. Pull back, tapped, and then pull back. So that tells me that, okay, we're looking like we can tap this without pulling back to this. Does that make sense? And that's all we're doing. Another one. Wow, look at this, guys. Hour, pull back, tap, and then gone. Again, we can't tap this without tapping this. This is, I mean, we're coming from the upside. However, we do come back into the area. We nearly tap it, come back down. I don't know whether we can take this one because we are coming from the upside. So we disregard this. What about this one? And when we fly through on that one. How about some more? Up, tap that area where we're at, and then we pull back. So is that pull back? This one comes straight through, but is that because this has done it? Potentially. Ooh, this one's tapped it straight away and then pull back. Okay, I do like that wing back area. I don't like how it comes through here. Why does it do that? But then he is nice. Could we move this down? My son's gone on a trip today. 2 nights away. Okay, we could potentially move this down. Could potentially move this down to there. If you're coming down, you're coming down. Now what you can really do. If you come back into that area, guys, yeah. What is this? That'd probably be your last line of defence, really. Ideally, you want your stops below there, because if you do come back into this area, it looks like you reject round here, so you could come to that and then reject to come back up. So it means you're going to have stops in and around these levels. That would be my stops. I mean, we could just carry on driving here, guys. If it pushes, I am interested in wing back sells from up here. I'm not sure, because if we do keep pushing, I'm not sure we can carry on without pulling back. So it's more reason that it's going to pull back. But I don't think anything's going to happen until this hour. If we look at these 5s now and the 15, exactly what I said could happen here. We were looking at a potential wing back buy here, but my chain of thought was if the 5 closed respecting, then yes, but it didn't. It broke below, so I wasn't sure what was going to happen here. So we just need to work out whether we're going to reject from here, where we can take potential sells back down, or we're going to carry on up where we take potential sells back down, or we're going to pull back. We're going to miss that move back down. However, we're going to grab this wing back buy. That's what I'm looking at. And it'd be off the hour. If the hour closes below, that's where you'd look to get out. You manage risk. So we just gotta wait, guys. We just gotta wait. Be interesting to see where this hour closes, to see if it does close sort of respecting. I mean, this is not a proper range. All the hours come straight through, so we could potentially come straight through. There is a few areas where you reject, but it's like it's very skew-if. And that's what sort of worries me with the sells from here. I'd need to see 15s rejecting, 5s rejecting, and then we'd put a safe stop on. I want to have a look at these 15s though. Because if you can find patterns where even when price drives up, it still pulls back in an area. So look at this, price wants to drive up here, but you still tap, reject. And if 100% of the time you reject from there, then why would you not take it? So this one comes straight through. So stops, yeah, stops would have to be above that. 150, we'll probably get away with that. We'll look at a second entry if they needed that. Oh, so that comes through. This one messes about but does in the end. It's flying, yeah, I know. It's flying. But is it flying to tease us all in to buy? Potentially. So I do like this wing back sell area. Especially if price keeps pushing up to here, guys, I'm in 2353. That's what we want. We want price to keep pushing, no pullbacks. Push, 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 because then when it does do a pullback, it's probably going to be a big pullback. So every time you tap 2353, even if price wants to push up, it pulls back to 2350. 100% of the time at the minute on the 15. It's just whether you take this one or whether you take this 2352, because there's an area you can reject from here also. Sounds like my hamster's playing in a band. What you're saying, John? It's clean on the way up though. So, well, it is, but it's in an area where it could reject from. So I need to see if we break above. If we break above and we get a bottom wick and we break the lows, then I'll get buy stops on to come up. But it might not. So it is clean, but it is in an area where it rejects from, and you've got 25 seconds left of this hour. So if this hour closes like this, and if we can get a pullback to tap previous support, which is here, I'll get a buy stop on the highs, push through. I need to have a pullback. Why couldn't we buy? Why not do a pullback? Buy stop on this hourly close. Yeah, that's what we could do. But I'd need a pullback. Gotta have a pullback. So if you look left, oh sorry, these are 15 then, that's my bad. Oh yeah, it's the hour now, isn't it? So if we look left on the hour's closed bullish, right? You've actually broke above this minor range, but I'd need a pullback and I'd get a buy stop on the other side. It could just drive straight through now, could do. But this is an area where there's a minor support here, but it's whether it's going to reject from me or you're going to carry on. I can't. Excuse me. I can't just jump on now, mate. I've got to have some sort of pullback. Look, the hour's closed in and around this area. Could you reject? Another one. Another hour. I mean, if I mark this up as a support, yeah. If I mark this up, we're looking at this one. Hour's closed here, and then it's actually pulled back. So if we go right, where the hour hasn't broke out of that. So what's going to happen now? I don't know. Because the hours are a bit skew-with. But yeah, it can also be clean traffic range. But remember what I said? A lot of the time, you can't actually drive without coming to tap these levels. So do we need to tap these levels? So if you look at this hour's closed the exact same place as what we've had. So let me get rid of this. So just look at the trend up. We've had such a bullish, aggressive push up. Then look what the next hour does. Tap, reject, back up. So are we going to get that? And if that's the case, are we going to get it on this hour? So if this hour does come down to these levels, are we going to tap this? Also, this was 3 o'clock. So was this news? Is this rare? And if it was news, it's probably not going to happen again. So then it might drive. So there's just too much. It's not 100% clear for me at the minute. So I can't take anything. However, guys, if this is your trade, by all means, take it. Take it. You know, you've got to do you. Sometimes it flies, but half the time it flies down to your stop loss. Yes. It's gambling. It is. If you just impulse buy, it is gambling. It is gambling. There's times where, and you'll go through this as well in your trading journey, you'll jump on the chart and think, oh my god, that looks perfect. And you'll just get in. And then when you do a top down, you're like, oh, actually, it doesn't look quite good now. So you've just got to take a deep breath, sit back and go, right, I'm not getting forced into anything. Okay? Not getting forced into anything. Just take your time. If I get a pullback to this, right? If I get a pullback to that on this hour, I'll get a buy stop on the other side. But it might be a slim chance at that point that's going to activate. But if it does come back up there, so if we get something like that, if it does come back up, there's only one reason it's come back up there. That's to break the wick. Where else is there to go? There's only one place to go. And that's the push. It's 2352. So that would be our advantage point. But looking at previous data, around this level, this hour can come all the way down to this. And for me to take buys, I would prefer that, because now we've got liquidity to push and fill the range. So I've just got to wait. And this is why I wait for this pullback, because this is the point of no return. If you do tap here and you do flip back to the upside, then you are going to drive. But if you tap here, you're more likely going to come down to this level, our wing back buy area. I mean, we did have a this was an aggressive wing back buy because it's a minor support. It would have played out lovely. I mean, look at that 15 candle. But we didn't take it, and because it would have been an impulse really, we didn't do a proper full top down, so I wasn't comfortable taking it. But yeah, it would have played out. But that doesn't make me think next time I get in the same situation, do I take it? Because the last time played out. You can't think like that, because that's what Forex wants you to do. It'll tease you in, it'll give you a little win, yeah, what's out of your trading plan, and you'll think it works. You can't change anything up in your trading until it's had months and months of back testing and forward testing, and then you can, even little tweaks in your trading plan, little tweaks you can't do unless you've had. I tell you what though, do you know what? Let me just have a look at this hour. Just thought of something. Because if this hour does flip now, it's likely going to be pushing 2, 3, 4, 3. I'm just worried about this range up here, because you would have to have stops pretty high. Gentlemen, guys. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Yeah, so it is. Yeah, there's nothing at the minute, guys. I've got to wait. I've got to wait. If we can come back down like this, we can maybe then take buys above on the 15 or a 5. But at the minute, we've sort of missed this move. I can't really do much. Oh, thanks, darling. My woman's just brought me a little, I don't know what it is. Like a little pan of chocolate. Yeah, I want us to come and tap this on the hour. We could just drive here, but there's nothing I can do at the minute, guys. Yeah, I was on mute. No, I always take the rubbish out, Jack, actually. Always take the rubbish out. Always take the rubbish out. I'm good like that. I've got OCD in regards to stuff like that. Can't get in on this, guys, at the minute. Don't go without us. This is where we need a bit of please don't go. Please don't go. I mean, no bottom wick here. Are we going to reject from this? Are we going to reject from this? Are we going to reject from this? I'm not sure if Vic is on today. See, if you wanted to take a 1 hour breakout there, what would you need for the 1 hour breakout? You'd need a pullback, wouldn't you? And if price pushes up first, then it's a no-go. So price is doing sort of, it's lining up. You've had a breakout, but then the setup's not there because you haven't had that pullback. And that is the difference in consistently profitable, is waiting to see what you want to see. If it's not right, don't scrimp on your standards. Don't scrimp on your standards. Or if you do, make sure you've got things in place. So like when we take a trade what's not 100%, we'll have a plan in regards to stops. We'll move stops straight away as soon as the 5 pulls away. Or if your 5 closes below, we'll just close out altogether. So you've got to have a plan with you, but I'm not sure where this can drive here. I don't know. I mean, what are we doing? What's a 15 doing? I mean, if we can come back below here, that might initiate that push down to our wing back. We could potentially sell around there. You'll have a nice double top there for all you market maker traders. But I've just got to wait. We broke a high now. What should we talk about? I'm going to eat my panna. Well, it's not really a panna chocolate. It's like Nelly, you might like something like this. It's like, what is it? It's a maple and pecan plates, nutty and sweet. Even though I'm watching me figure and I'm fasting. This is me fasting. I do. Nutty and sweet. Oh, it's beautiful now. I like these. I like panna chocolates as well, but I'm not a big not a big pastry fan, really. So we've had a 15-minute close. I want to see what this 15 is like. See, I actually don't like it when prices push so much. And it's in clean ranges. Believe it or not. 15 up, 15 through. Yeah. It's not for me at the minute, guys. I won't lie. If you keep pushing bullish like this though, and we do come up to 2353, I will take a sell. But that's only if we keep pushing. If we start messing about and coming down and doing all this, then I won't take it. Look at the hour now. Look at the hour. Is this hour going to flip? Right there. If we take 15 close below, I need a bit more confirmation. I'll tell you what, I watched Austria v Turkey last night. What a good game. I think this tournament's been shite. But that was a good game last night. And do you know what? Turkey look pretty decent. They look better than England. Look miles better than England. Now imagine if you got a buy stop on, now, above the high, and it's just been activated. Imagine how you're going to feel if this hour does flip bearish, and close bearish. You're probably not going to come back up. Yeah. Really big game Friday, Jordan. I'm going to have a proper football night. 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock. A couple of IPAs. I'm into my IPAs lately. I don't drink lag anymore. Just like a nice IPA. My son comes back from his school trip about 7 o'clock though, so it means we're going to fly back. He wants to watch the France match. He likes Mbappe and all that. And Ronaldo, which they all do, don't they? I keep trying to tell him that. Who's Ronaldo compared to Peter Beardsley and Nobby Solano? Come on. Who are they? Who is Messi when you've got Nicholas Dabby's ass? So we're not really driving as such. Have we got that 15-minute close? Be interesting to see what this 15 does. That must have been news, that. Look at that, 3 o'clock. Must have been. I'm not sure we're going to get back down there. And where are we at now? I need a steep bottom wick on the 1 hour, guys, to take buys above. Look at these 15s. Did you all wait for take pass and move to break even on yesterday's trade then? Because you would have had some nice profit. So the difference for me, if I waited and closed full at take pass, it would have been about 1,500 quid. I want to see if we can get something like this where we close back into the range, then we break out again, then close back in. That would confirm we're going to have to come back down. Nice, man. Oh, are we going to get this? What is this here? Why is this done this? How good are my tunes, by the way? Fantastic, aren't they? Okay. So maybe that's where we need to tap. Could we take that? So we're at 15 breakouts. Could we tap that? Take that back up. See, we come back down at that point, so do we wait? I don't know whether I can take that, guys, because... So this is the 30 closing. For me to take buys, I'm going to need this bottom wick on the 1 hour. And then we can maybe put a buy stop on the other side. Because if you do pull back, so if we had a wick, let's pretend gold came down and created that wick for us what we wanted. We had that. And now we flip back up to the upside. There's only one reason you're flipping back up to the upside now, is to create a steeper top wick. And then you can push straight through this range on the 15s. So, but I need that bottom wick. You've got no, I don't like how it's got no bottom wick. Just gotta wait, guys. Unfortunately, I mean, we waited till what time was it? I think I'd said, right, I'm gonna leave this with you, and then we got activated. 11:10. I was about to jump off the stream, and it was a lovely trade, fantastic trade. So it's just about being patient, guys. Partial and a hit break even on the first setup. Cool, mate. Nice. Good morning, Mike. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Always put a smile on my face when you jump on. Well, you've jumped on, mate. It's a bit boring at the minute. There's nothing going on at the moment. We've missed the move this morning. All the Dean lot are in buys. They've got buys down here somewhere. They're all in. But we're in an area where we could pull back. We're just trying to work out and wait to see if we're going to pull back or whether we're going to carry on. Your post yesterday, what was that about? And where was it at? In the Forex chat. Oh my god, it's minging. Emma's just made me a latte, but it's like she's using new milk. I mean, I'll still drink it, but sold the Audi. So Dudley had he said, "You're well in, mate, class." How did it go? How did he said you go? Good morning, Steve Jackerman. He's back. Welcome, buddy. How are you doing, mate? Good to see you as well. How did this surgery go, Mike? I always got it, mate. It's awful. Like when we put Roxy down, oh my god, I've never been in bits. I don't sort of cry, me. I think my missus has seen me cry like twice. The kids had never seen me cry, but when we put Roxy down, honestly, I broke down in the room. It's awful, man. Wet and well, drained his spine, should be back to himself. I feel, mate, I'm over the moon for you. Over the moon for you, mate. So glad. They're like kids, aren't they? Sometimes they're better than the kids. Like my missus loves the dogs more than she loves the kids, I think. Yeah. I'm glad you got sorted, man. Glad you got sorted. So Steve, this is the first time you've jumped on a live stream, isn't it? Well, I'll just tell you how it goes, right? So I trade 8 AM London session every day. Most days. Some days I obviously can't make it. And then we're doing 3 days a week with the Dean indicator with Vic. But that stream's slightly different. It's basically she'll jump on if there's any setup, she'll take it. She won't explain why she's doing it, obviously because of the ding indicator. She can't give too much away on it. But my sessions are on. We are currently 71 wins, 9 break evens, and we've only had 6 losses. And I believe we've only had 1 full loss. Okay, all the losses have been partial losses. Every trade is tracked on our logbook. So, for example, so every trade's tracked. Every trade taken on stream has its own YouTube link. Okay. Now, there's our stats for the logbook. So we try to be very, very transparent as we go on, because, well, you know, mate, what it's like in the industry. There's so many wet wipes trying to blag people. Okay, like I say this all the time. I know I've got a lass on my social media, I won't say her name, but she's been trading 6 months. She's now giving out signals. She's got her own Telegram group and everything. Been trading 6 months. It's like, what? But anyway, I just feel sorry for the people because it just puts them back months. I have got my FX book, however, I was a bit pissed off with the broker, so the MyFX book's been changed. Okay, in regards to, I've got a new demo account. So what this is based off, a 200k demo. So this is a 200k prop firm account. That's what this is based around. So every trade's 2% risk. Okay, staying within the rules of the prop firms. So the way I do this trade, and this is a trade on here is a demo, and it links to my personal accounts. Okay, I have a social copy that links to my personal accounts, and the reason I done it with a demo because obviously I withdraw from my other accounts, and I wanted the MyFX book. I wanted to see the growth throughout the full year with no withdrawals and things like that. So everything's tracked on here, mate. We've only had 1 minus month, and that was February. We started in November. So we're doing pretty good. April was pretty close, man. We got back to around the break-even mark. So yeah, man, 92.83% win rate. So if you took every trade with us on stream on a 200k account, staying in the rules of prop firms, that would be the profits you would have been making. And that's what we do, man. My missus says I love the cat more than the kids. Sharif, you're not a cat person, are you? Oh, God. You know what it is I don't like about cats? Is they just turn on you like that. Like, they could be all cuddly and that, we stroke them, all of a sudden they just give you a proper slap to the face. So, I'm not really a cat person, really. I get excited to see you when you get home from where, yeah, the cat doesn't give a shit. But animals itself, the UK is like, you know, we're animal lovers, aren't we? Nobody else gets excited when you come home from work. Sound like doing good. Glad to hear. No, they don't. I've had cats all my life. Oh, for some reason I can image you as a cat person, John. I don't know if that's an insult or not. I just imagine like 20 cats in your bedroom with you. Have you seen that documentary? What is it called? Don't Fuck With Cats. Did you watch that? That was mad, that, wasn't it? Oh, look, we're not driving here. I'll take cats and dogs all day, mate. Yeah, good. So this hour could be flipping now. Look at this hour now, guys. See the importance of not getting buy stops on now, because if you did get activated, if you did have a buy stop above this high, you now would be activated. And imagine if this hour closes bearish. Yeah, you're probably not going to come back up, well, you're probably going to come down to these levels first before coming back up. It might still come back up, but it's just a chance that it might not come back to get you out. And you always need that advantage point. But yeah, I would like to see us printing bearish at the minute. I think I want to wait for this 1 hour to close, which is 23 minutes. I want to see what we do with this 1 hour. But this 1 hour can actually drive all the way back down. So, the 30 is still bullish. So, that's giving the hour more chance to stay bullish. Yeah, I can't do anything. Let's get that pullback back down to 2342. Yeah, it was mad, wasn't it? Cats just don't care. They do their own things. But whatever you do, don't grab a latte using, I don't even know what milk that's called, minging. Tastes like shoe polish. Unless she's trying to poison me. Don't know. I wouldn't blame her, to be honest with you. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube though, please drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, drop a subscribe button. We're close to 400. It's a brand new channel really. Relentless has been around a while. But the channel's only been going since November maybe. So it really helps with the algos and things like that. If you want more info on us, jump into our free Discord channel, which is via the link tree button in the descriptions. Get amongst us. I have banging tunes on, as you can hear. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm trying to get, so I know, well I say I know a guy, I don't know a guy. A guy I'm connected with through social media, he creates his own music and some of his music is unbelievable. I'm trying to see if I can use some of his music for the streams. It's a bit cheeky, I know. So I'm hoping I can, because I can't handle this music, it drives me crazy. Some of them drive me crazy. You think it's loud in here for me as well. But I do appreciate you need some sort of background music on. Makes it more relaxing. I mean, this is alright, but when you get like the Sims music or a 70s porn movie music, it's just not the best. Now if we get closures back below here, you would have had a nice double top. Could we see us pushing below this? Likely. And then if you push below that, where you're going to push? Well, there's only one range left to go. That's down to here. Could we get something like that? This morning, the best move this morning was the 4 hour. The 4 hour had broke out. Okay, broke above these fours here. Didn't break above this, but if you got a 4 like that, what are you thinking? Logically, ask yourself, what are you thinking if you got a 4 like that? Why did it close like that and break out? Only one reason. Why? Because you need to break this high. That's it. That's the only reason it's coming up. So you know you're probably going to be breaking that high. So that would be your advantage point. Remember, you always need an advantage point. So, and then you had a nice pullback, tap previous support. And then you could have had buy stops on, and that was the move this morning. I believe that's what the Dean lock caught, something like that. I don't know, I haven't looked into the trade, but I know they're in buys. But I'm sorry I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Because yesterday was the same, I believe. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before, wasn't it? But yeah, at the minute, guys, we're doing the move at the minute. We're just trying to see if we can jump on. If we can't jump on, we can't jump on. It was now a move to take. We don't jump in an impulse on shit setups just because we missed a move. We just simply come back. And I've proved to you, you don't need many trades. And I'll show you an example on stream. June, I was away for about a week in June. However, June was a weird month. I only took 4 trades on stream. That's how many no trading days we had. And you're thinking 4 trades in 1 month is shit, right? However, still 100% month. This is on a 200k account. It's still decent profit. Still decent profit. Now, remember what I said to you, right? It's not about having. You might think, okay, well, you've made 1700. Imagine if I had a 20k account, it'd only be 175 quid. Not much at all. It's not about that. Imagine if someone said to you, okay, I'm going to give you the power now where you're going to make 0.5% profit every single month. You're going to make 0.5% profit. It's not much profit. You can either think that way and think, okay, well, 0.5% on a 10k account is not much at all. That's no point. You've got to think, okay, 0.5% profit every month. I'll take that, because all I'll keep doing is keep adding accounts to it. I'll use a social trader copier where I've got one account that just copies to all my funded accounts. So 0.5% of 10k is not much, but 0.5% of 2 million worth of funding is quite a lot. And that's the difference. It took me a while to flick the switch. That's the difference in thinking and trading. So this profit, 1700, it wasn't 1700 because it's transferred to my other accounts. It's obviously more than that. But this shows that you do not need many trades. I only took 1 trade a week, say. It's all you need really for profit, as long as you're profitable. Obviously other months we're averaging like 15, 20 trades. April we didn't take many. March we took quite a lot. February, January, November 15, 16, and December we didn't take many. That's where we had that loss as well. In December, first trade of the month. So it proves you don't need to take many trades, and if you have that in the back of your head, it means if it's not perfect, don't take it. Just wait, come back tomorrow, see what happens tomorrow. 70s palm movie, exposing yourself there, Pete. I know, yeah. That's when I didn't have the beat, I just had the tash. Provide no willing to sink the time into waiting to save up for additional accounts. Well, that's it, yeah. So obviously you need. This is why trading's easy if you've got a job. Trading is easier to start out if you've got a job, because you can use money from your work to fund accounts, to buy accounts and things like that. Obviously you want to get to the point where you're doing it full time, but what you'll find is that'll organically happen with your job. But here's the hard thing about trading. It's like learning to trade is like a bucket, right? And once the bucket's full, that's you now becoming profitable. I'm not saying you're going to be profitable, becoming profitable. You can always slip back into the not being profitable, you know. 3-4 trades can put you back to not being consistently profitable, right? So you've always got to keep improving. But imagine a bucket, and once you fill it up with water, that's you now becoming profitable. And the bucket, every person's different. Some people can put a hose in and fill the bucket up quick because they've got time. Some people have a job, kids or whatever, and they can only put a drop in at a time. But eventually that bucket will fill up. But it might take that person 2 years, 4 years, whatever, to fill the bucket up. So everyone's on different journeys. This is why you can never compare yourself with other traders. Or they're profitable and I'm not now, because they've got completely different lifestyle. They might have more time to put water in that bucket, but eventually you will get there. My bucket's got holes in. Been shot with a shotgun, Steve. No, it hasn't, man. It's just everyone's different. There's no race to it, mate. It just hasn't clicked for you. My personal opinion with yourself is you've learned too much. Because I know obviously you've been around the block. You've learned too much. And what happens is I have a couple of months out me one time, because my brain's like a sponge. This is why I then look at other strategies and that, because My brain's like a sponge. When I see something, it just sticks in there. And what happened with me is I learned that many different strategies and be with these different educators and these different educational companies and different mentors. I was just getting overwhelmed. I was seeing different things. I was seeing a setup, then the other setup was contradicting it. And I was just like, what's going on here? And I have like a month or so out. And when I come back, I just said, right, I'm going to unlearn everything. I'm going to start from scratch. And that's what I did. And the first method I learned was the OB strategy. OB. I didn't look at anything else, just OB. And then I sort of just evolved from there. And that's what I've done really. So it's just a case about we need to fill them holes in the bucket, Steve. Fill the holes up, mate. Right? Empty the bucket. Get rid of the dirty water. All of that dirty water, get rid of it. Spill it out. Patch the holes up. Put the bucket back down. And start trickling it back in again. And what's good now with Relentless is you've got loads of different options for... you can learn to trade for free now, really. So you could learn to trade for free on YouTube, but the thing you've got is everything's in the wrong order. And nothing's step by step. And I do believe you've got to learn Forex in a step by step order. If you learn something too advanced, it puts you back 2 steps. So now you've got, like with Relentless, you've got the free basics, which is completely free. Do the free basics, and then people can just jump on these streams. London session and New York session with Relentless to learn. Okay. 3 to 6 months of being on these streams, you'll start taking your own trades with this because the streams are going to teach you the strategy. Yeah. And then for people who want to, obviously it's going to take you longer because obviously you've got to get on the streams. For people who sort of want to get it there quicker, you then become a member. You get the advanced course, which teaches the strategy step-by-step format. Yeah. Then you've got the trade IDs as well in with that, which you can start making money from also, or to help you pass a prop firm challenge. That's when you become a member. And if you really want to speed the process up, then you've got the likes of the Dean Indicator, which different strategies. You can purchase an individual strategy from the Dean, or you can just purchase the Dean and everything comes with it, and that'll massively speed up the process. Pass your challenges quicker, make you profitable quicker. The thing with Meraki is slower because it's scalping. And when you take a loss with Meraki, it's a big loss. It might be 4 or 5 trades just to get back to break even. Look at this hour now, guys. 10 minutes left for this. So let's see. If this hour closes bearish, what does that mean for us? What does that mean for us? I'm not sure, you know. We're going to drive back down because normally what happens, right? What normally happens is when you shoot up like this, and if you are coming to an area to tap to then reject from, you'd reject quite quick. So if we're going to reject quick, this hour should end up bearish around these levels for me. But if it closes small bearish, it's a bit of a different story. It means you might get something like where you trickle down, and I hate trickling because you can't get in. So look at this hour, small bearish, another bearish, bullish, and it means you're going to mess about. So the only thing I've got going on at the minute is a wing back buy from 2334 or potential wing back sells from 2353. However, if price pulls back to certain levels around here, then this won't be on, because now you'll have the liquidity to drive past if it wants to. Or I'll have more chance to. But if this hour comes and taps our 2342, I would say you could get a buy stop on the other side for the hour to flip. However, there's only 10 minutes left, so it's unlikely it's going to flip now. So there's no point getting the buy stop on. What you could do is just say, okay, we'll take smaller time frame closes above 2346, like a 15 or a 5. That'll technically be the same thing on the hour. But at the minute, we've got 8 minutes for this hour. We've got to wait for this hour to close. Guys, I'm just going to nip the toilet and fling this cup of latte through a window because it's absolutely disgusting. Spotify's getting updated, guys. It's cut off. Right. Oh, what is this hour gonna do? It's claiming doing a bottom weight. Are you gonna close bullish? Are you gonna flip back to the upside? So, scores on the doors. Who's getting through? Who's going to win, Spain or Germany? And then, who's going to win, Portugal or France? And then, who's going to win, England, Switzerland? If he starts that same team, we're not winning. I'm not going for a buy, but if this is your trade to take, Jordan, by all means take it. You're not driving up and you're not driving down at the minute. Something's going on. What's happening? So at the minute I'm just holding. I needed this to tap 2342 on the hour, and then I would have had buy stops on the other side. Because that's previous support. It hasn't tapped that area on the 15. Need to come close to it, but didn't tap it. But because I haven't put buy stops on now above, because you've got 4 minutes left of this hour, it means that even if this hour does flip to the upside, it's unlikely it's going to drive. It might just flip like that, and then you might get a steeper bottom wick with the next hour, and you're going to be stuck in that bottom wick. So I've not got no buy stops on yet, mate. No. 82. Germany, France. Do you reckon Spain look really good though? You don't want to say it, but you do. England are going to get beat, aren't they? We're crap. Now, do you know what it is? I don't blame the players, me, at all, you know. I don't blame them. I only blame Southgate. And people do my head in when they say, yeah, but Southgate got us to a final, got us to a semi-final. Okay, so, Southgate's been with us a while. Nearly a decade, right? Or is it a decade? How many tournaments? Done 4 tournaments with us, right? Now, if we didn't have Southgate, let's say we had Klopp or Jose Mourinho took the job instead of Southgate, do you think with the players what we've had, we would have won more or achieved more or less than what Southgate? I honestly believe we would have already won a World Cup and a Euro. I do. If Southgate didn't get the job and someone like Jose Mourinho or someone like that, I really do believe we would have already won some tournaments. Yeah, Spain do look good. I'm just waiting for Spotify to update, guys, get the tunes back on. I know you're all itching for them to be back on. Oh, we're on. We're on. Shouldn't slag your next manager off. Yeah, your next manager is going to be Gareth Southgate, Mike. Yeah, man, you're going to get. They're going to get rid of Ten Hag and get Gareth Southgate. I honestly don't know. I honestly feel that Gareth Southgate is not even capable of a championship job. I don't think any Premier League clubs would have him. And I think he'd struggle getting a job in the Championship as well. He's that bad of a manager. And this place setting up one more on the hour. Ah, right above here. I see. But has it done it in the past though, John? Has it done it in the past? I'm just it's never done it in the past for me there, John. Oh, we're there. So we've pushed up here. Bearish 1 hour close. That's disgusting. 1, 2, 3 hours before the push. So we've had an hour close now, guys, right? And it's bearish, so I'm probably not into this pullback now. What's the 4 gonna do? Oh, this is the 4 as well. Okay, let's have a look at the 4. What has the 4 done? So we need to look at every time when the 4 has closed like this, what's happened next with price. So we need to find areas where the 4 has closed like this. So the only areas I can see, when we've come from these levels, you've broke above everything, haven't you? Four. Look what the next 4 does though, tiny. What's this here? I'll put blue. I need to see what this 4's done basically. There's nothing what looks like it's what it's done. And that it's not worries me a bit. For me, that's the forward range there. So if you break above here, where do you push? Okay. Break above. Gone. So you do come and tap 2, 3, 5, 2. Could we pull back to that? This 4 pulls back. Could we pull back first? We could do because the hour's bearish. 4 hour. Gone. 4 hour. 4 hour, gone. 4 hour, gone. Oh, look at this one here. 4 hour. How many still do play out? Through. Okay, so we're in a clean traffic area on the 4, technically from there to there. 100% of the time, when you get a forward close above this blue line at 2343, the 4 comes up to tap 2352. Apart from this little area here, we might have to bring this down a tad to that. It doesn't mean you're going to drive up though, because look at this 4, and then look at this 4, look at this 4. So I'm thinking, what would stops be? Where would I want stops? So for me, stops would have to be. What's the daily? Remember the daily. We got potentially, guys. We got potential. See, I would like stops below the previous daily. What are these here? mentioned 60. That's it. Such big stops. But where are we looking to target? So we are looking to target 62 pips, I suppose. You could have stops like that. Because if you do come back below here, you're going to be pushing 2320 anyway. So I suppose... But I need a bottom wick here, guys. This is the thing. I need a bottom wick first. I need a bottom wick at least 2340 before I can get buy stops on. Me. This is the forward range here. We've now broke above. If we can get a pullback, we could potentially take a win back buy from here, 2340, because when the 4 closes above there, so 4 closes above, I know this one had already tapped our target, but you do get a pullback tap. So 4 close above. This one doesn't tap it, but the previous one did. 4 close above. This one comes all the way back down. 4 close above. Pull back, tap, back up. Four close above. We didn't get that tap. So could we drive through? I would prefer that tap, but we might not get that. That's all we've got. Okay, so the odds are like 50-50 whether you're going to pull back or flip now. I think what we could potentially do is if we... okay, I want to pull back. Okay. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this. We've got potential wing back buy from 2334. Stops for me would only need to be there because that's sorry, if we put a buy stop on, stops only need to be here, because if you do break below that, you're going to be pushing further and you're not going to be interested in it anyway. It's too big, them stops. However, for this wing back sell, this wing back buy, you can put stops further down below the daily, which would be ideal. So it's a case of, can we get a pullback? We can potentially get buy stops above, or now could we take a smaller time frame close to the upside? So for example, if we have a look and go, okay then, if we get a 15-minute close above here, what happens to price? So if we look, and then that would be the forward break in the previous wick. And if you break the previous wick, that means you're probably going to push to fill the rest of the range. So if we can see what happens with a 15 or a 5 above here, that would be the safest option to do, to take buys above. So let's have a look left. Okay, so the 15 drives through. 15 close, this is perfect. 15 close above, pull back, buy stop on, through. 15 close, no top wick. Not sure you would have took it, but still you come through. 15 close, pull back, nice, gone. 15 close, pull back, buy stops above. You wouldn't have been activated till here and through. Is that enough though? I'm not sure that's enough. I don't like that fake out. 15, another fake out there on the 15. I don't know whether I like the 15s. $15 close, pullback, gone. 15 close, pull back on. Yeah, the 15's a hit and miss really. I don't know whether I would take that. You can get a fake out here on the 15, so you just have to be careful. You would need a, if a 15 does break above, I'd need a break of the lows and then a buy stop. So basically I would need to see something like, let's say this 15 close like that. 15 close. Actually, let's say we build our way up and you get a 15 close above. I would then need this 15 to break the previous wick. I need this 15 to break the lows, this wick, and then I'll have a buy stop on the other side, because if it does flip at that point, you should have the liquidity to do it, and that would rule out the fake out, because if it is going to fake out, it would come down to there, that would be the point of no return. It would probably close like that, bearish, and then you just delete the buy stops and you've avoided the fake out. Okay, if you miss the move, you miss the move, guys. Trust me, it hurts a lot more if you're getting too early because you're scared of missing the move and then you get a fake out. Yeah, a lot more pissed off. He did do poop with Middlesbrough. Yeah, he was crap with Middlesbrough, Jack. Absolutely crap. I don't know how he got the England job, really. What's to say? Like, I mean, this 4's flipping. This 4 can easily drive up now, guys, right? But I would have preferred a pullback to 2-3-40. So no FOMO if it does drive. It's just not our trade to take. We've missed the move today, really, but we're just seeing if we can grab something. And if we haven't grabbed anything by 11, I'll just call it a stream. Now, taking this wing back sell, difficult because the 4 hour has broke out and is bullish. So very difficult, really. So can we get 2-3-40 tapped on the 4? That's what I want, and then we can get buy stops on. We could even potentially take a wing back buy from here. While we wait, guys, I'm going to do some admin. Nice forward close, though. Don't be going without us, 4. Don't be going without us. Here we go, he's the 4. See the importance of waiting, guys. The importance of waiting.
We're just waiting, guys. Nothing going on at the minute. We're hardly moving. It's not driving up, it's not driving down. Excuse me. Oh, we're coming down nicely.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Morning, Martin. How you doing, mate? Like you're drumming when you're typing to it. I know. I noticed Wes and John Beats is like that. It's like he uses a typewriter. Yeah, I can't get in yet though, Martin. We've missed the move this morning, you see, so I'm trying to jump on the train, but I'm just working out if the train needs to pull back. No one's consolidating. Tricky too, also has the ability to bomb it through the floor. It can bomb it through the floor, can bomb it through the roof. This is the tricky thing. So we need to work out what's going to happen with this 4. Now the 4 looks like it is in a clean traffic area and you need to come and tap 2351. But for me to get buy stops on, I need to have a top wick, and what I'm seeing is all the forwards tend to come down to tap at least 2340. I don't know whether I'm going to take a wing back buy, but potentially get buy stops on the other side. That's all we got. I was flat. Hey, don't rip my typewriter, it's colourful. Caught you up for the ones. Mate, 15 minutes. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, a lot of the D members got the buys, didn't they? No top whip on that 15. There is a potential wing back buy again from here, but I don't know whether I would take that. So you have two options here, right? You can get a buy stop on the high, or you could just wait for a closure above there. Yes, you might get less pips, but you got to look at them. You're sacrificing a few pips for, it's like added insurance to the trade. So that's something you can look at. But the only thing I've got set up at the moment is this win back buy from 2334. That's it. That's all I've got set up at the minute. But if the 4 comes and taps this level, potentially buys above, because the 4's technically broke out, but I need a wing back. I need a wing back. I would prefer this wing back, man. Not sure we're going to catch a trade on screen. $23 left of this hour. There is the 2. Let's have a look at the 2 actually. It's one thing we haven't looked at. So the 2's broke above this minor. So you don't drive with the 2, you pull back. The 2's can actually come all the way down to 2336. Maybe we're just going to pull back to there. Why has that one done that? And this one. because of this we were looking at, weren't we? Is the 2 going to drive down? Yeah, it's an awful area, man. It is. It is. I mean, you could literally take a 4, really, but you'd still need a bottom wick. And the only place I would need a bottom wick at is 2-3-40. So if we come and tap 2-3-40, I'd probably look to get buy stops on the other side. But what I would do is I would have buy stops on. What is this? That would be my take partial move to break even, the high. But my target would only be 2-3-50. The issue you've got is you've got 60 pips there to potentially grab. I mean, stops, you could probably get away with below the 4 at that point if you do flip, but what it is, you do not want to get activated here and then the 4 flips bearish and closes bearish. If you close back below here on the 4, you're not coming back up here, you're coming back down. So you've got to make sure you get this bottom wick. If I don't get this bottom wick and this 4 flips and it goes, it's gone. Like, that's it. It's not my day today. It's not my. The market is not allowing me to grab any pips today. I've just got to wait. But you can reject from here though, so I am like. The 4's broke to the upside, so you could come back down to here just to tap. Is closed. How's the 30 closed? Yeah. I would say that's a 30 area. That's a 30. So 30 is close respecting. You might just reject from here. If I can see price struggling here, and we get this fake out to the down, then back in, you mess about, we could potentially add this on as a wing back buy, but I've got to get this. So if you really look into this, right, we've closed around these levels, we've come back down, the 30's closed respecting, we've wicked down, we've pulled back. If we can close bullish, and then if we get a fake out back into the area, that would be enough for me to confirm that we need to come back up before driving down. We can't do it, okay? Then we can add this on as a wing back buy and potentially take this, and we're only looking to grab from here to here. Let's take partial move to break even, which is 23 pips. Okay, so that's something we can look at as well. But to be honest, guys, it's 20 to 11. It's doing what I want,
So I'd need a bullish close on the 30, and then if the new 30 can pop down, I'd take it. Or if we got a fake, if the 30 closed like this, I wouldn't take it unless we got a fake out. And then if we do so happen to come back down, I'd take it. That makes sense, because why did you do the fake out? There's no reason to do the fake out unless you're coming back up. So that's something we can look at, but it's getting on a bit now, guys, I won't lie. Was that 15? Or you could just take buys above 2, 3. I'm going to take my woman for breakfast. Yeah, that's the thing, John. Sometimes you could go, well, I could potentially get a wing back buy, but the safest thing would be a buy stop on this. In case you do carry on driving down, you're not going to get activated, are you? But I can't get a buy stop on unless I tap previous support, which is here. So I need to tap this for me to confirm that the 4, because remember the 4's got 4 hours. So what I mean by that is this could be the 4 coming down. So let's put it on the 4 actually. So there's 4 hours of the 4, right? So I need to identify previous support, which is here, you can see on the 4, and the point of no return. So what I mean by the point of no return, if the 4 taps this level and wants to close bearish, it's probably going to tap and not flip. It might pull back, but it shouldn't flip if it wants to close bearish. But if it taps here and it does flip, then it's not going to come back down, because this is at the point of no return. Where this area, I feel that it can come down, it can still come up, and it can still flip back down. It could easily do that in 4 hours. So I've got to wait until the point of no return, and that's around in 2, 3, 40 for me personally. Otherwise I'm not willing to get on this, because we've had such a big push up. Yes, you're in a clean traffic range, but if you think about the range on the 4, remember what I say? The range on the 4 is that. What do I say in regards to candles close? So that was the entry this morning, but we missed it. And now, where's 50%? So 50% of this range is around here. Look where price is closed, over 50% away. So for me, we've got this to play with. However, where can you pull back to? Well, you could pull back all of this. And the odds are not right for me. So I've got to make sure. Otherwise, if this forward closed here, less than 50%, I'd have a buy stop on now just from a little pullback. I'd have a buy stop on to come up to fill the rest of the range, but we haven't. We've filled over 50% of the range. So I've got to be more... I love when Charlie and the Chocolate Factory comes on. Ooh. Phil, if you're watching, congratulations on your engagement. You piss me off for how good looking you are. Does my head in. Congratulations to both of you. Come on, the 4. I mean, if the hour closes bearish like this, it's a good sign that the 4 needs to pull back more. Because you've now got a 2-hour close at that point. Is it 2 hour? No, it's not. 2 hours already closed bullish. Guys, I'll give it till 11. We'll see what these do. Not really looking good for me at the minute. If this is your trade though, guys, by all means, take it. This is just me trading. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, a like would be much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, drop us a subscribe button as well. And get notified when we're on. We do normally catch trades, right? We do. Well, if you watch us through June, bloody hell, you'll be frustrated. Now, remember though, guys, I mean, if you remember Relentless, you've got the trade IDs where when I'm trading like New York and that, I'll pop my trades in there as well. So you're always sort of catching. We'll only really catch one trade on stream and then I'll call it a stream really. Trading for members only in New York session will come as well on Discord, so that'll be coming as well as soon as I get something in that out. Halfway through the 4, yeah, I know, mate. I know. The buy stop is looking very tempting. It is looking very tempting, but look how slow we're moving. We're just lethargic, aren't we? If it's your trade, mate, take it. It's a valid breakout on a 4. However, I need a steeper bottom wick because we've had such a big push. Just what I want. Was looking at the 3 hour, yeah. There's still 3 hours left of the 4. And if this 1 hour closes bearish, that'll be a sign that the 4 probably needs to push further down. Right, but it might push up first and then flip to the downside. But if it closes bullish, that might be a sign, okay, we need to come and break the highs again, and that might be the push up. But at the minute, I just can't do anything. Can't do anything because we've had such an aggressive push up. I don't really like when it does this, really. Thanks for the likes, guys. Much appreciated. I want to see what this hour does. But I won't be so basically my plan is I'm going to leave is at 11, right? However, I'll be keeping an eye on it. If we come down to tap 2340, I'll simply put a buy stop on the top of the wick of the 4. Okay, top of the wick of the 4. Because if the 4 does flip back up from that size, it's coming to create a steeper top wick, and then you're highly likely going to push past the previous wick. Right. I'll have my risk free at the previous wick, so I'll go risk free there. You can even take partial, but my target is only 2351. I'll probably be closing for the 2351 because it is an area you can reject from. So that's what I'd be wanting to see really. Or if we do carry on coming down, I will be taking a wing back buy back up from 2334, and the only way I'd get out is if the hour closes back below 2333, and then I look to get out. Okay, so that's the only things I've got going on. I'm not into this wing back sell now, because reason being, what's the reason? Is the 4 is closed bullish. Yes, that is the top of the range of this 4, but it means the 4 is going to close up there, and you don't want that. You need the 4 closing respecting, and then it reaches up to grab, to pull back. It means the 4 can close up here. It means the next 4 can reach higher up. So it's not for me, that wing back now. You flick bullish again on the 4 here. See if it's going to drive. Be on this one. Now obviously if we don't take the trade on stream, I won't add it to the... So my rules are, guys, I've got to take the trade on stream really. And there's been plenty of times where I said I'm looking for this, and I'm looking for this and this, and then I've left the stream and then it's played out and it's happened, and I've personally took the trade, but I haven't added it to the stream record because I want this stream to be proper transparent all through the year. Bit of a nightmare with my FX book though, the new demo. The last demo account pissed me right off because the spreads were just ridiculous. We had I think we had like a 70 pip move in a couple of 5-minute candles. It came back up nowhere near break even, stopped me out, everybody else was still in, and it just went through the floor and I got stopped out on stream. But my live accounts were all still in the trade. It was just that demo on stream what stopped me out, and I couldn't, we couldn't accept that really, so I've had to change. Oh, we're pushing here, guys. Let's have a look at the 30 though. If the 30 closes bullish, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. Even if this hour closes bullish, guys, I'm not touching it. You know why? Because what can tend to happen, you get a bearish close, you get an hour close like that, and this is where you can get a fake out. Close like that, and then the next hour, close back like that, bearish. But what that does, it entices loads of people to buy here on this hour close. So that's what you could get. Yeah, we got news today as well. It's NFP this Friday, so be aware as well. Wednesday we've got news at 1:15. Employment changes, non-farm employment changes. Okay, that'll be pretty high impact. FOMC tonight as well. Meeting minutes. Thursday. Bank holiday on Thursday, and then Friday's NFP. So very, very volatile day on Friday. Maybe not for us for London session, but New York will be very aggressive. I've done what you did if you... Oh. Yeah, and this is what's good with yourself, John. Because normally you'd be, I need to get in because I'm going to miss the move. That's what you normally would be like, wouldn't you? That's why you're itching to get a buy stop on now, because you're scared of missing the move. And this is, with you not doing it, you're training your brain not to do it. Because if this plays out now and goes to 2, 3, 5, 1, what's that going to do for next time you're in the same situation? It's going to make you remember and think, oh, I remember that trade I missed. what played out, I should have just took it. Oh, I'm in the same situation, I'm just going to take it. And then it doesn't play out. Do you know what I mean? So you're better to watch price go to 2351. You know it's gone there, it's going there, and you're not in it, than to get in and it doesn't go there and doesn't play out. So this is why I'm so happy of sitting back, because there was that many times where I was pissed off with myself because it wasn't perfect and I got in because I was scared of missing the move. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying, you just get sick of your own shit. And that's why I won't get in on this unless 2340 gets tapped. If it can push up all day for me, it won't make a difference. I won't lose any sleep. At the time I go, oh, for fuck's sake, it's gone up. But afterwards, as soon as I close the computer down, that's it, done. I don't even think about it. Yeah, and that's what you need to get to, really. I mean, look at this 1 hour closing like this. It's a nice 1 hour close, but still not for me to take. Just sucks to see it go past entry and into green. Are you in this? You're in this, aren't you? I've just been bigging you up, saying you're not in it. Don't get 4 more weight, mate. Win some, don't lose. Yeah. Win some, don't lose. I like that, man. Yeah, okay, there's the one, guys. I can't take this here. The one's broke the high. There is a support. Let me pause this now. So we do have a support in around these levels where the hour can reject from. You've got a bullish 1 hour close, but I can't take it off the 4 because the 4 is nice. I need this area tapping. If price comes up and taps this, that's me done for the day, really, because that's the only target today for me. So it's a case of, if price does come back down, taps this level, I will then look to take buys above here, either a buy stop off the 4 or smaller time frame buy, so wait for a 15 or a 5 close above there, and then you can grab this to this. That's your advantage point. Or if we do come back down to these levels, I would look for wing back buys back up, but that's only if, these are only valid if we don't tap this. So basically, if we tap this and we don't catch anything, just close the computer or trade New York if you want, but I'll be stepping away for a couple of hours. I'll wait for New York, see what that does. So that's all I've got going on at the minute. Unfortunately, guys, no trade for me. We missed the move this morning, but I'm not getting up earlier than when I get up. Sorry, but plenty. Like I say, I've shown you, you don't need many trades at all. So don't worry about not. You actually don't think you're not learning anything either, because by you not taking a trade, you're actually training your brain not to take setups what are not there. Okay. So guys, thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. I'll be back on tomorrow 8 AM for London session, and then we'll go again tomorrow, see what we can catch tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Have a fantastic day. I'm going for a breakfast. Catch you later now.